Chapter 101. My clothes ran away. Sanchi was a little speechless. How was this woman's nose so sensitive? Why couldn't he smell it? You didn't like me anymore. Liu Ruxu looked at Sanchi angrily. In this world, men had 3 wives and 4 concubines. However, she was a cultivator and was very young. She was very possessive. How could she be willing for her man to have a relationship with another woman? I like you, Sanchi secretly added. I only like your body. You're so fickle. I was just thinking of going to the Yao Moon Palace with you to be a pair of immortal Da couple. But when you went out to fight, you actually slept with other women. Liu Ruxu's eyes turned red. She was so angry that she started crying. You're thinking too much. This is the aura left behind by a Golden Core Senior. Sanchi shook his head. Do you think a Golden Core existence would do such a thing with me? Golden Core Cultivator. Liu Ruxu stopped crying immediately. She widened her eyes and looked at Sanchi. You're not lying to me. If I lie to you, you'll be struck by lightning and die a horrible death. Sanchi recited this oath skillfully as he muttered in his heart. The heavens in this world were very effective. He had already sworn a few false oaths, so why was there still no punishment meted to him? Alright, don't swear randomly. You're a cultivator. It's very easy for you to trigger the response from the laws of heaven and earth. Yes, it's from a paper cutter. It's from a cutter called Granny Cat. Have you heard of her? Sanchi was really interested in paper cutting. He felt that this thing was quite fun. I've never heard of it. These people who cultivate in the unorthodox sects have always been elusive and unpredictable. Young master must have met them by coincidence. Liu Ruxu shook her head and held Sanchi's hand. I don't like the smell. Come with me to take a shower. That's what I'm talking about. Let's take one together to save water. Soon. Liu Ruxu exclaimed, Master, your cultivation has reached level 10. That's right, that senior helped me and gave me some benefits, directly raising me to this level. Young master, you're really lucky to encounter such a good thing on your trip. While Sanchi and Liu Ruxu were cultivating, a team of carriages and horses was advancing quickly at the border between the north of Jinzhou and Silken City. In the carriage, Song-Wan looked at his third son, who was wearing an official's robe. Cure. You should interact more with your 7th brother. As a cultivator now and you have an official position in Great Jing. If you help each other, you should be able to rebuild the Song family very quickly. Father, I know my limits. You don't have to care too much. Just take care of yourself in your old age. Song Hu smiled faintly. He was in his 30s and his handsome face was dignified. Elder Kin, follow me from now on. I need Elder Kin as support to counter my wife's side of the family. Your eldest brother and second brother are both dead. You can be considered the eldest son in the family now. I agree with Elder Kin following you, but you have to discuss it with Elder Kin. Song-Wan had no objections. Elder Kin will definitely agree. I will recruit Elder Kin as my personal guard. This way, Elder Kin can obtain some cultivation resources from the Imperial Court. Song Hu smiled confidently. It's a pity that Liu Li is unwilling to follow me. He's your 7th brother's follower after all. Forget about it, don't force him. Song-Wan shook his head. 7th brother is probably doomed this time. I just received news that almost everyone from the Demon Slayers division has been killed. Song Hu said a piece of news. In fact, he had long known about it. He was even certain that Sanchi had gone missing and could not be contacted. Otherwise, he wouldn't have left so quickly and brought his family away. What? Song-Wan was shocked. Doesn't that mean that your 7th brother is also doomed? Pretty much, it'll depend on his luck. Song Hu couldn't say that he was dead. He comforted Song-Wan. This old 7 usually hides his true abilities. I didn't expect him to become a cultivator at a critical moment. I think he will be quite lucky. Song-Wan sighed. He wasn't sure either. In the carriage at the back, Song Jia and Song Bei heard the conversation and their expressions changed. Second sister, will 7th brother be alright? Song Bei bit her lip, unwilling to believe it. This is a chaotic world now. It's normal for people to die. I wonder if he'll survive it. Song Jia's expression was complicated. If he is still alive, Jinzhou is not far from Silken City. We will definitely have a chance to meet in the future. Yes. 7th brother will definitely come and look for us in the future. Song Bei chose to believe that Sanchi was still alive. Look for us. Song Jia smiled bitterly. Their actions, this time, could be considered to be abandonment. With that fellow's personality, if he knew, he would probably not come looking for them in a fit of anger. In the middle of the night, Liu Ruxu was cultivating with all her might. Moonlight shone upon her body. The flames on San Shi's body flickered, reflecting Liu Ruxu's power. It was as if the moon and the sun were circulating their power at the same time. Ding, congratulations on perfecting the yang refinement technique. You have been rewarded with 1 chance to draw the lottery. A notification appeared in his ear. The yang refining technique, which could only be cultivated to the 9th level of qi refining, had been cultivated to perfection. In fact, his realm had long surpassed the cultivation technique. The reason why he did not immediately complete the cultivation of it was mainly because there were still some meridians that he had not cultivated. After spending half a day, he had already opened up this portion of his meridians. The yang energy in his body was even more blazing now, and there seemed to be a ball of fire burning in his abdomen. Why does this cultivation technique look a little like the aphrodisiac technique? It should be specially meant for women to cultivate, right? Liu Ruxu wanted to use me as a furnace at the beginning. He thought about it and grinned. Now that this furnace has been upgraded to a Dao companion, Liu Ruxu likes him so much that she can't extricate herself. He was very proud in his heart. He then began to cultivate the Kan'e Pure Yan art. This was a very powerful qi refinement cultivation technique. After circulating it, Song Shija seemed to have accumulated a ball of pure yang energy and his breathing became extremely slow. After he circulated his cultivation technique, the 9 yang true energy in his body became more agile. It was no longer purely just domineering. Making use of his cultivation level to his advantage, he quickly opened the meridians that he needed to cultivate this martial art. Suddenly, the paper clothes that were thrown by the bed suddenly glowed, then stood up and floated outside. Song Shi sensed it and opened his eyes in surprise. He turned around at the movement. His clothes actually seemed to have come to life. They opened the window and floated out. Holy Shastra's tea! Has it become a spirit? Song Shi was dumbfounded. He originally thought that this paper row was already trash. He did not expect it to still be able to move. What happened? When Liu Ruxu heard the commotion, she stopped cultivating and looked curious. My clothes are running away, Song Shi said with a strange expression. The clothes ran away. Liu Ruxu hurriedly looked at the clothes scattered by the bed. Song Shi's outer row was mixed with her clothes, but the paper clothes were indeed gone. I'll go over and take a look. There must be a reason for this abnormality. Song Shi felt that the paper clothes would not run out aimlessly. He picked up his coat and jumped out of the window, catching up to the paper clothes. Then, he was shocked to find that there were many paper effigies floating in the night sky outside, all laughing faintly.